And I see everybody quiet because
See,
we
you
all
don't have to
married.
fit a
But
check
I'm
me.
okay to step out there.
You don't have to fit a check me.
I'm with you. I got your back.
You can.
You got my back.
I got your back.
So I'll be on your account. Putting a label on something that's not really. There was a time in my life I used to love the women at the strip clubs.
And
And that's because they would dance,
And
they would do
still
their
do.
thing. And I was like, I love that. But then I remember time like, no, I really didn't love that. I actually just liked what they was doing. But again, so that was me putting the wrong label.
But no, that's just going. That's just evolution, man. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your boy TJ, and I am here with five guys.
Talking shit.
That's right. That's right. You're going to enjoy this podcast, guys. Look, we are here to advise, explain, and entertain. So, guess what? Pull up, let's rock, and let's roll. First, disclaimer all the views expressed on this platform are strictly our opinion. At this time, guys, we're going to do some quick introductions. I'm TJ, I'm your host with the most. To my left,
Jimmy James. Sometimes they call me crazy, but as long as they call me, don't make me no
all
difference.
right.
I'm Troy, aka The Voice. Here
Okay.
to keep things in order.
And to my right,
Reggie Hawkins, aka Steve Harvey. Go get your
yeah.
card.
All right.
Last but not least, that's Twin, TWIN, DC native, Gemini, love Capricorns.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all can tell he's gonna be the funny guy, right? But look, let's get started. Today, here, guys, we're gonna talk about some real important stuff here. We're gonna talk shit. So the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna have hot topics, and I'm gonna let my man, The Voice, let y'all know how this gonna work.
All right, so every episode we're gonna have this bowl. We're gonna put different topics in there, and then we'll pick a topic. Whatever comes up, that's what we're gonna discuss. So, if we're ready to get started,
Hey,
Let's go.
let's go.
do it.
Get it.
Let's talk some shit.
Let's talk some shit.
Do.
You did that.
Every day.
All right,
Every day.
first topic:
First topic.
barbershop etiquette.
Hey,
That's my subject.
Etiquette.
don't tell nobody.
All right, so go ahead, Reggie. Let's get started, man. You
This is a subject that's kind of dear to my heart a little bit, and I just wanna, if there's any barbers out there, tap in, let us know how you feel about this. But a scenario, last minute gig come up, I gotta go get a shape up. I don't have an appointment, and my barber is booked up with one in the chair and two waiting. Question is, do I need to ask for his permission to let another barber in his shop line me up? Or I can just say, all right, cool, you booked up. I'm gonna let such and such cut my hair or line me up. What y'all think?
Ain't that the same thing?
No, not necessarily, because some people feel that I should get permission from my regular barber, and me personally, it's my money until I put it in your hand.
Well, if you had something to do, then he doesn't need to pick, which barber you go to. If you need to get it done, you just need to get it done.
My point exactly.
No, there's etiquette to it. So I see it a little different, which is, hey, if you go into that shop and that barber has been cutting your hair, lining you up, then he's been working with you. So y'all got a relationship. He feels some kind of sort of, some pride in the way you look because he cuts your hair. So why would he now allow you to go off to some other person that he's not comfortable with to fix his masterpiece, which is your hair?
Okay, understandable. But like I said, it's not like I'm changing barbers. I've been with him for 10 plus years. I'm not going for a haircut. I'm going for a lineup.
But it's any other, I guess I see it's like any other profession. When, when you got somebody that's caring for a vehicle and you can't get your mechanic, you wouldn't just let any old mechanic. He would probably want somebody that he knows is going to have the same care for
Right,
your
right.
hair
Okay.
like he does. So that's what I see right there.
At
That's
the
my thing.
same time, it boils down to it's a last minute thing. Any other time I make my appointment, he cuts my hair. But it's last minute, it popped up. I need a fresh line.
All right, so
Ten-
you
ten-
need it or you want it? I'm sorry.
10 years he been your barber. You wouldn't you consider that a relationship?
Yeah,
So
but
you gonna cheat right in his
Yeah,
I'm
face?
not.
he
When
I'm
you
not.
cheat, you cheating
habitual
How
lying.
is he
right in his
cheating?
face.
I'm not
Cause
cheating. So what? If he don't cut it, so would I just go to a whole nother barbershop and let another dude
no,
that I
that's what I
don't
say.
know?
That
If I've been in that barbershop for 10 years, I've seen all the other barbers that can cut hair. So I know who can line my hair up just as good as he did. I'm
exactly,
not cheating on him. I need a fresh line. Something came up and I need to make this happen.
exactly.
But you can't get
But you could have gave him the courtesy. Say, look here, man. Since you busy, I'm gonna go ahead over
Oh,
here to
well, I'm
Billy
gonna tell
Bob
you,
Joe.
Now,
definitely say that. I mean, even if he tells me, hey, look, I got one in the chair and two waiting, I'm like, all right, well, cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and let somebody else come. I'm not asking for another man's permission to go get my hair lined up.
Permission the
but
wrong word.
that
Just
is the
let
wrong,
him
and that's
know.
what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
permission the
It was
wrong
two
word.
words that I heard in the whole scenario: permission and allow. Yeah, I understand now. I just what Jimmy said. Hey, look, man, I'm in a hurry. I know you got things going on. I'm gonna let Mike cut my hair, man. He's available. I just need the shape up. That should be cool. But at least talk to your barber.
Yeah,
I put it like this. My barber, he knows me. We've been dealing with each other probably since
y'all
2005.
been in a relationship.
20 plus years. So he
Just
already
like I
know
say.
if he can't get me, he know I'm not going to sit around and wait for him to give me
If he
permission
can't do
to
it, you
let
gonna go
another
cheat.
barber cut.
Man,
If he
see,
can't do it, you gonna go cheat.
I would expect something like that from Twin. Because he talking about etiquette and he ain't got none.
None of those.
So I would expect that from Twin, but not you.
Well, and my barber knows I'm particular, so he know I'm not going to let just any old blow Joe cut my hair. Now, if he can't do it, and if it was only late in the evening, 'cause like I said, I just got the phone call, like I gotta go get a lineup. Normally around the 3 or 4 o'clock hour, a lot of barbers are gone. And if it's nobody in the barber shop that can do it, I just gotta go without. But if it is a barber in there that I know and I've seen cut hair, he's gonna line me up. And come next week, my barber gonna get me like he normally get me because I have a appointment.
You know,
Stand in the point,
you
right?
Right,
know
right.
how you
You
know
know how
how
me and Tony do though. We got
Oh yeah. Mine's easy.
Y'all
you
don't
know
need
how
appointments.
Mine's good and easy. My lineup is always on point.
you know how we know he
The
ain't telling the
fuck?
truth. Look at his line up there. Blow Joe did it.
Uh,
Blow Joe.
once again,
He was cheating. He
I
was
did it.
cheating.
I did that.
Look.
I did
Twin.
the lineup.
That-
on
Today he was cheating.
Today he's cheating.
That
He a habitual
motherfucker
cheater.
cheating.
You will go cheat. You
Okay,
cheating on
anyway,
your barber now.
I personally did this one myself. I'm not a barber, but
You
That's
blow
why I
Joe.
told you.
You
Blow
blow
Joe
Joe
did it.
today.
yeah, I'm Blow Joe today. But
Yep. He
my
blew right
appointment is
past that
June 3rd,
goddamn
and I
appointment.
will see
Fuck
my
yourself
barber
up.
to straighten it up. Thank you.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna go on to another topic because I think we done blew this one out the water. We done
There you
talking
go.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, we have.
We done already lined this one up.
Yeah, we lined this one up. All right, let's
Good
see
segue.
what else we got.
Bet you
Oh,
cheat.
that's funny.
It's not cheating.
What we got, Troy? What we got?
Okay. All right. So this one is who marries for love?
Ooh.
Who marries for
Wow.
love?
Well,
Alright,
I
so-
think Jimmy should take this one because he's been married the longest.
no. See, that's what the boys do. He'll throw that around
It's
or
all
something.
My
good. It's,
fault.
it's
Don't
all,
wanna
it's
step
all,
on
it's
the-
all, it's,
You
it's all
already
good.
did.
It's all
You
good.
already did.
Apologize.
Fuck.
Well, you know what? I'll let you slide. We're gonna go ahead and start with Jimmy.
Ah,
though.
damn.
All right. So who marries for love?
We do. The men. Who else?
Men do.
That's right. That's right.
Men marry
Well,
for
maybe
love.
you don't.
Men marry for love.
Yeah.
I would say
So
men
no-
marry for love.
You got to break that down.
But I don't think men intentionally we really want to get married. Yes, we do decide to get married because we find somebody that meet our fucking boxes that we may have, but we don't really want to get married. That's a woman's thing. But why we do it? Yeah, we find something, some
Yeah.
peace that we call love in that individual woman.
The-
So
the-
yeah, I agree that men do it for love. I don't think women
We
so
don't
much.
marry-
But men don't want to get married. That's what you're saying.
That-
Yeah, I mean,
that
he
we-
talking all over himself. I don't know what the fuck just happened there.
What
but
I'm saying is men
he
don't
said
want to
we
really
marry
get
for love,
but
I'm
we
saying
don't want to
men
get
really
married.
don't. If asked,
it sound like a
what-
Tyler Perry movie.
no, what I'm saying is, if asked, does a man really want you go down or have fantasies of getting married?
Hold up. When you say go down,
Go
what are you
down the
talking about?
aisle. Go down
Watch
the
it,
aisle.
punk.
Go down
You're
the
right.
aisle and have fantasies about getting married. I would say no. Most men that ain't LGBTQ,
Okay.
they
all
do
right.
not.
Not the
However,
letters.
however,
The
however,
letters.
if a man does decide to get married, and I think it's because he's found what he
Love,
considers to be love
love.
in that female. But I don't think women do the same. I think women, perhaps they marry for those peace,
Security,
security, comfort, whatever protection that men
financial.
provide. So I don't think it's
So
that
no,
love.
okay, let me just play the other side for a minute here. Okay, it's 2020, what, 2025, right? A lot of women
Oh yeah.
making more money than we talk about security.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of more women making more money now in this day and age than a lot of men. So
Okay.
okay, so now these men marrying these women that have these executive leadership
Okay.
jobs. So what would you say about that woman who still wants to get married? But do you still think it's the guy that married for love? So or is it the woman
Yeah,
that married
yeah,
for love?
yeah. Because most women that's like that. That's why they single.
Hold on,
Facts.
say
No,
that
that's
again.
not facts.
That's facts.
That's not facts. Ain't no fucking
Once
facts. That's
it,
all. That's
all right,
all.
look, if a woman, let's
All
say
this
a
is
woman,
hypothetical.
it is hypothetical, but
If the facts are
if a
hypothetical,
woman's been single for a good little while, and let's say she does make six figures, a man come into her life, she's not going to just relinquish the manly role to him because she's been single for so long. I don't need you. I make my own
To
money.
I mean, you
to
know,
to
relinquish her
yeah
independence,
Her
not the
independence.
manly role.
Don't just
today's
let the
woman.
man be
Yeah.
the man because
To,
she's not going to just give up that right because she's been doing it for so long
today's woman
as a
is
single woman.
raised that way to be independent, not to depend on a man, to be able to do everything on your own. So they have that mentality from being raised that way.
Well,
Well,
that's
And
because a lot of men don't protect
well,
They
no,
not stepping
don't
up.
they're
no, but
not
I
stepping
think
up like they should, so they have to.
yeah,
Understandable, but what?
yeah, but when I'm saying they raised that way already, they ain't never been out there before. It's gonna be hard for them to get a man who can do all that stuff because they don't even allow a man who would do that to feel like he's needed. If a man ain't feel like he needed, he ain't gonna be with
Why
that
is he
woman.
there? And he's gonna look at it
What
like,
am I
why am
there
I here?
for? If I'm not needed, you keep doing everything yourself. You throw it up in my face. You make more
Okay,
money.
yeah,
You
yeah.
do this. You do that.
But once again, we talking 2025, right? I'm
hmm
talking 2025. Just like I said, we have these independent women. We have these dependent men. So these
trust.
men, they like, I got me a keeper, man. Shorty is on point. She got XYZ 1, 2, 3. So he going in there looking to be taken care of, and and she going in there and already independent. So it's old school versus new school.
Yeah, but
Right.
let
And
me
I
say
think
this
what you're
though.
talking about is more old school than what's
Th-
happening
No,
today.
Traditional.
I'm
So,
talking
so
about today's woman is raised to be
I
independent.
think
Right.
from
No,
we're
and
That's
that's
saying,
fine.
why a lot of them don't have husbands.
but it's not just
And
today's woman. I mean, we're talking about women, but I think we're
No, we
really
talking
talking
about who
about. I think
marries
we're
for love.
talking about
Who
It's
married
not a
for
woman.
specific.
Right,
love?
I
right.
think we're talking about specific. What Jimmy said, specific, or women being raised. I don't think all women. And I'm talking about
yeah, not
specifically.
all
We
women.
talk. No, no. What I'm talking about. I'm saying not. We're talking specific nationality or group of women because there are some women or groups, you want to call it that, races of women who are raised
To be wives.
to be wives,
Right.
regardless of if
There
they're
is.
six figures or not. So we're talking about a subset of women, and we know the group, the ones that last
A
name,
little bit lighter than me.
you know, Renee, Shay Shay, and Wanda, they're raised so that I want to be independent.
The
I,
persuasions.
I don't really need a man. And if I get a man, okay, cool. He has to come with all these prerequisites.
Yeah.
And most men don't ask for any prerequisites other than you love me. And that's what I'm saying. So men, whatever they consider to be love. So I think men go into it as long as you give me that whatever, make me feel love, I'll marry you.
Okay.
Women, I think are like,
I
nah,
can.
I don't want shit.
I disagree a little bit because some men can actually fall in love with a woman and get married for love because she, not like you said, check all the boxes, but some men are even better with a partner as opposed to being alone. So
Who?
that makes them fall in love.
You talking about RuPaul?
I'm
Okay, yeah,
wow.
you're right. Yes, you're talking. Yes, if you're talking about yes, he is better with a partner.
Oh my
But
God.
a partner can make you better.
A good partner.
A
A
good
good
partner can make you
partner.
better. And a woman that marries for love, like you marry for love, she's only going to build you up to be better, just like you gonna build her up to be better. So that's the love part of it. And I think some men can actually fall or get married for love.
But isn't that what you just said, twin?
That's
No,
exactly what I
Yeah,
said.
that men,
But I
men
think,
marry
no,
for love.
but I think the land that Reggie lives
A
in
woman will eventually
is,
fall.
is,
He
She'll
said the
marry
land that Reggie
unicorns.
lives in.
The land that he lives in, where those unicorns are running around like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
like to visit sometime. But I would ultimately say that men marry for love, women marry for prerequisites of protection, security, or whatever a man provides.
But is that considered love, though? Like, is
Right,
that
right,
love for the woman?
right. Because
Like, to be
exactly.
protected, to be right.
I think you could call it whatever you want to call it, exchanging. But so if a woman wants to call it love, sure. But I think when you look at what is love, love is, if you want to define it, is that unconditional, and I say unconditional care for something. I think not all women, but that there's conditions that come along with their, if you will, what they
Oh,
consider to be love.
Because when a man into a woman, there's no expectation.
And I see everybody quiet because
You don't
we all
have to
married.
fit a
But I'm
checklist.
okay to step out there
You
on
don't
a
you
trip.
don't have to
I
fit a
got your back.
checklist.
I'm with you.
I
Cause,
got your
'cause
back.
you can
You got my
I
back.
got your back.
So I'll be on
we
your
probably all
couch.
seen this always. You done seen this dude and he be with this fine woman and you look at this dude and you be like, man, what the hell she with him for?
Good credit.
You know why. You know
Money.
why.
It's credit score.
Because he checked them boxes.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
well
checked them boxes.
let's reverse it then. That same
That's
dude.
why I said both
No,
ways.
yeah, that same dude. That same dude that with this fine honey and and she ain't got nothing, but he got everything, so to speak.
Mhm.
So let's say this same guy that remind me of the whole what's her name, Aisha Howard, the basketball player, uh, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, his baby mama,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
She's bad. She's like 11 feet.
Fine.
You
Yeah.
talking Anthony
Anthony
Fine.
Edwards.
Fine.
She fine, right? Now, outside of the millions that Anthony Edwards have, if
It
Anthony
was only
Edwards
one.
was walking down my street, your street, as a regular Joe Blow, what have you, would this woman even look sideways at Anthony Edwards?
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Right,
what he got.
right. So it's what he got.
That's what I'm saying.
So now Anthony Edwards, he's not checking for what we call, our women are beautiful.
Anthony Edwards ain't looking for a wife.
But what I'm saying is Anthony Edwards, even if he was, what kind of wife is that gonna be? Because and I'm talking about these guys that get to a certain status
Right.
that think now that everything belongs to them, and they go out here and get these Instagram girls, these Instagram models, and things
Same
like that.
reason why Shannon Sharp is in trouble now.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
Hey Shannon, his name
You
is
said it.
Reginald
Right.
Hawkins.
Shannon Sharp, I love you, but you in
Mhm.
trouble.
Right. Well, we probably all.
So what's the benefit of marriage then? I mean, because we're talking about, who marries for love. All right. So I think love is going to be different for everybody, but like these athletes, they can have anybody that they want
Right.
for the most part. Why? Because of what they have, what they can provide. But marriage in and of itself, what is the draw? Why would they even get married when you can
Companionship.
just be with anybody? You can have your pick of whoever any day of the week. Why get married? What is the draw for marriage for a lot of people?
Companionship.
Not just
Nature.
companionship. I think the true benefit of marriage is to have that support, that individual support person that you can count on and got your back. And I think the union of marriage is one of the strongest, if you will, unions on earth. So that's why that's the allure of being married or a marriage.
No, that's
I,
not the
I would
Lord.
I would say that
Well,
many
what man wanna
times we
die
get screwed up. We get screwed up
alone?
because we try to if you will, we imagine that allure based on a number of different things. As Jimmy was saying, you can have any women, said
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. And it really, when you think down,
You get tired.
marriage, a good marriage is based on that. I call it that unbiased,
Conditional.
unconditional connection or support from your partner. And I think sometimes that gets twisted. But men do it. Men do it all the time. Women, for the most some parts, they do it with conditions.
Yeah, well, everything with conditions.
Stop. Let me say this.
Well,
Stop going home and see how long. Just stop going home. See how long you gonna be married.
Unconditional don't even exist.
True.
Oh,
True.
Because that's saying no matter what that other person does, you never get angry at them. That's unconditional love. That no matter what they do, you'll never get angry at them. It doesn't exist.
It
Because
exists.
you're going to get angry at your
No,
spouse.
think about the love you have for your kids. Is
Yeah,
that
and I
love
get mad at
conditional?
them
It's,
sometimes too.
it's
A
unconditional,
lot
right?
of times.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
right.
unconditional.
No,
No, the
you
love
mad
you
at
have.
them, your
Well, you know
choices.
what? No,
Because
I think you.
it's
They may
all
disappoint
everything
you,
is
but you
under a
still have
condition.
unconditional
Right,
love for
right,
them.
That's
right,
right. That's
So
right. That's
okay,
true.
you got unconditional love for your wife. She go out there and fuck Joe Blow.
His
Oh, you
barber.
ain't mad
His
at her no
barber.
more.
No,
His
You
barber.
ain't mad at her no
he
more.
mad at her,
Cause,
but he
cause,
still loves her.
but it's
Yeah.
not unconditional. That's a condition. He probably ain't gonna stay with her ass.
But even the fact that I may not stay with her, I still love her.
But you left her under a condition
So,
Because she did
so
because
something.
she
that's
did
the,
something you didn't like.
but that's the difference between being together and loving someone. Love is not a switch you turn on and off.
Mm.
So
Love
you cannot be with somebody and still if you truly
everything
unconditionally love the
and
person. Love is a
truly
feeling.
cannot do it.
Being together is another condition. To your
You,
point,
you
we cannot be together because you, if you will,
because of
cheated
that
on me.
condition.
Cheated on me, but I
'Cause-
still love you.
Right, but it's not unconditional.
What's not conditional? The love or
Well,
the
no,
It's
being
not
together?
unconditional because it still comes with stipulations.
the
It
environment
comes
is
with
not unconditional.
it,
The
it,
love is
The love
unconditional.
is unconditional.
It
no,
But
is.
the
because
environment,
I get what you're saying.
because
I get what you're saying.
if he loved her, he can look past that. He's not gonna leave her. He's gonna stay by her side. That's unconditional.
No,
which is
some
different.
people love chocolate, but they keep getting fat off of it. You
Yeah,
know, it's like,
yeah.
yeah, I can let
But
it go,
but
but you know,
But I
I still
still
but
love
love
that's
it though.
that's an
still love it.
inanimate object.
Well,
Chocolate.
it's
But
love.
a person,
Mhm.
you cannot love them unconditional unless, no matter what they do, it is not going to make you angry, mad, and you're not going to change at all.
So
No,
yeah,
that's
somebody said
unconditional.
something about children. Who said
I
something
said
about children?
I said you love your kids unconditionally.
No, I don't.
Despite the fact, let me finish.
No, I don't.
Despite the fact they may disappoint you, they may let you down,
Absolutely.
they may do
Amen.
all
Yes, they
kind of
do. They
things.
do all that
But the
stuff.
love that you still have for your kid, it's unconditional.
It's
Now,
not
all
unconditional.
the stuff that they do, you may put them out, you may take something, you may
And that's
have to spank
conditional.
them.
That's conditioned.
That's the
When you put them
conditions.
out, when you get mad at, that's conditional.
But
So
no, that's the environment is conditional. They
yeah,
have to
yeah.
perform a certain way
Then
to
the
be
love
around.
is not
The love you
unconditional.
share,
No.
it's
No,
unconditional.
you're trying to, and I'm look, I'm standing more on your side. You're
There
trying
you
to
go.
separate the love from the
From the
actual
conditions,
No,
but which is
no.
situation
exactly.
or the conditions or the environment.
Nope.
It's like, so with your child, if your child went out and did something egregious, you know, just
Yep.
killed somebody, raped
Yep.
somebody,
Yep.
whatever,
Yep.
you know, does that mean that, you know, the love you have for them just is
Dissipate.
done?
No,
I don't love you no
Gone.
more.
No,
You know?
course not.
that's love, but that's not unconditional love.
That's
Because now I'm saying no matter what you do, you're it's faultless.
no,
No.
that's not what it's
No
saying.
matter what
It's
you
saying
do,
it's saying the
No.
love I have for
no.
you.
Right.
You was
No.
with him. You was with him.
No,
Yeah, I was
no,
with him
So
for a
you
little
no,
bit.
no
you took
matter
the
what
off
you
ramp. You
do,
took the off ramp.
no matter what you do, no matter what you do, you forgiven for it. I
No,
don't
forgiven.
no.
That
No matter
I
what you
can't
do.
look,
Right.
unconditional
That's what I'm
love
saying.
don't exist.
The only unconditional love
but you're still going to
So-
love them.
So
Yeah.
And they
I,
just got to
I'm
deal with whatever
what-
consequences
that
they
deal
if
with.
if
Absolutely.
if
They
un-
got to deal with them consequences, but you're still going to love your child. I think
hey,
unconditional.
God don't even have unconditional love. He send your ass to hell.
That's it.
We're going to commercial
The
break.
views
Right.
of this, the views expressed on this platform,
Go on out there, go on out there and break the
his
commandments.
opinion.
Go on out there and break the
But
commandments.
Even if you make
And you going to
commandments,
hell.
you can repent and he'll forgive.
Okay.
I think we got different definitions of unconditional
Yeah,
love.
we
though.
do.
And that's all it
Because
is. I think
because
we're
like
seeing a
you know,
different perspective.
it struck a nerve when we're talking about kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
it is.
because I love all of my children,
Right.
Yeah.
but some of them will piss me the
Yes.
off.
Oh, you can
Right.
say
But
it.
I still love them.
You can say
You know,
it.
I still
Love
love
is
them
it.
no matter
Right.
what it is that they do. Now, I might not like you worth a damn
Mm-hmm.
because of your character, because of your actions, because of
Understand.
things that you have done that are
Somebody needs-
contrary to how you have been raised.
Mhm.
But I will always love you. I can't turn that
I
switch
agree
off.
with that. I just
So
don't
that's
believe it's
for me.
not
That's what's
unconditional.
meant by unconditional. I
Right.
cannot, no matter what you do, I can't turn that love switch off for you.
So let me
I get that. I
let me
get that.
transfer
But
it
you can
over.
always love from afar.
So let me transfer
Absolutely.
it over, Troy, from your kids, that's going back to your wife, right? So your wife, if you love her, is that love that you have for her, is it conditional? The love. I didn't say the relationship, the love.
Love is love.
Okay, so it's
Love,
I,
love,
I
love
so,
like
is
that.
so
love.
it's
Yeah.
unconditional love because that's the
No, no,
sharing
no,
of
no.
feeling.
No,
Why do
I'm
we have to use unconditional?
Because
That's the thing. Why do you
because
have to use the word
right.
unconditional?
because they're
Because
unconditional and
me-
conditional means I do something under certain conditions or I do it
Does someone
despite the
have a
So,
conditions.
Webster
so
dictionary?
unconditional
he's looking
love
up
is
now.
basically meaning that you can do something that will cause me to not love you, or to
So
not have.
But
Oh,
sometimes you
we
can
done
love
Googled it.
apart.
unconditional love means accepting someone's flaws, imperfections, and mistakes without judgment. We're going to judge our kids. We're going to judge our wife. Unconditional love does not exist.
No,
No.
no.
Mhm.
I think what he's saying, and I get it. I just don't think we need to use the word unconditional when we're
That's what
talking
I
about
say I
love.
love them no matter what,
Yeah, I
but
just
it's
don't
not
think we because
unconditional
see what we're gonna do. We're gonna back
because they're
ourselves in the
flawed.
corner about shit
Mhm.
that
No,
we ain't
no.
gonna
So,
get out.
so what you're saying is, so flip that around and say, the love you have for your kids is conditional.
Because
No,
I'm going
No,
to
no,
judge
I just
them.
ask my question. Do the love you have for your kids or your wife is conditional?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Mhm.
under what conditions do you love your kids and your wife?
Under what conditions?
Under what conditions do you love? If it's conditional,
Because
if it hold on a second. If it is conditional,
that's
under what conditions do you love them?
that's broad.
yeah,
No,
That's really
Mm,
broad.
yeah,
it's not broad in the
It's
yes,
sense.
it
extremely
is.
broad.
No, I'm asking the question. Okay, well, look,
Well,
the
you
question
answer.
is
Answer your
this.
own question so we'll understand what you're
So,
going
so
through.
what
No,
I'm
I
saying
understand
is,
the question.
I love my kids under all conditions. Period. That means that's unconditional love. So under all conditions, I love my kids. I may not like what they do.
Is it
They may
without
disappoint
judgment
me.
though? It
The
has to be without
the
judgment.
love I have for them is without judgment. I love
You
them.
don't judge your kids.
No, that's talking about what they do. Disappointment. When you
mhm,
disappoint me,
mhm.
or when you let me down,
That's
or
part of the love.
that doesn't change the love I have for them.
I'm not doubting that, but I'm talking about like
So,
he's using the word unconditional.
Segue.
so
No,
That's
not
the
that.
no,
kicker.
what I'm
Using
saying is,
unconditional is the
so
kicker.
I asked the question differently to see your thoughts, which is,
Because right
un,
now you
under
gonna love
what?
me
No,
unconditional
what I
because the
mean
way we
is,
at it.
under what conditions do you love your
They'll make up
kids?
afterwards.
And I think you're
Pretty
saying, I
much.
think what I'm hearing you guys say is this: under certain conditions, I love my kids, I love my wife. Under certain conditions, when they're not, I'm going to your definition, when they are not letting me down, when they're not doing something that causes me to judge them,
If
hold on a second, when they're not doing something, I love them. But when they do let me down, when I do something that causes me to judge them, then I don't love them.
if
Are you
if
saying that?
if
Pause.
my
Pause.
if my kid come home, my son come home, smack the shit out of my wife for no reason at all, I can't stand his ass.
But do you still love them?
Huh? Hell no. I don't
Ooh.
love his ass no
So in
more.
other words, when he
He
acts,
put his hands on my wife.
hold on a
It's
second.
conditional.
So when he acts differently than you would like him, then you no longer love him.
It's not unconditional.
Well, wouldn't have
Because he put his hands on my wife, now I can't stand his ass no more.
wouldn't have to worry about loving him because
Right,
he's gone.
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
gonna be
he's
gone.
exactly.
still gonna love him, but
Right.
it's
No,
gonna be from
and I
afar.
ain't talking about
No,
no,
he
no,
said
no,
doesn't
no.
love him though.
Listen to
Right.
what I'm saying. I ain't talking about from the house.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
He's
know what
gone.
I'm saying.
I don't
So,
understand
but
it.
I think
Conditional.
That's like if you and your wife get into an argument.
Yep, she
Do
does something
do
you
you
want.
still love her?
Of
Yes, you
course.
do.
Exactly.
Yes, you do.
Eh,
Even though y'all argue, now y'all gonna
I
be
ain't
pissed off with each other. But one thing that my wife and I try to do as much as possible, we might argue and we get heated.
y'all argue a
Right,
lot.
right.
Y'all argue a lot.
Bus,
Yeah.
Okay, leave
that's
the person
foreplay.
like
bus.
that aside. I don't need no cosigner.
You
But
you
at
brought
the
the
end
shit up.
at the end of the day,
Heated discussion.
at the end of the day,
That's
she
foreplay,
still
y'all
loves
call it.
me,
that's the only yeah,
and I
that's
still love
foreplay. That's the
her.
only way
That's
they gonna
foreplay.
have
Y'all
sex.
call it foreplay.
That's the only way they
Y'all,
have
y'all
sex.
bringing my personal shit into this.
You brought up your wife.
You
I'm
brought
just,
up your wife.
I did bring up my wife,
You
but
brought
that,
up your wife.
okay. But anyway, we still love each other
Oh,
at the end of the day.
absolutely, absolutely.
So it no matter.
Do y'all judge each other?
I'm quite sure in the midst of that argument we do.
So that's not unconditional.
But I
By
never said
definition.
anything about
No,
unconditional.
I'm just
Oh,
making a point.
yeah,
By
yeah.
definition, that's not unconditional.
Okay.
And that's the only point I'm trying to make.
And
By
see, at
definition.
the end,
And I understand, I agree with what y'all say. Yes, I still love
All
the
right,
child, but it's not.
here's one though, because I think children are different. You know, children come of us. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
it's part of the union. And when a man and a woman get together, you know, that then a child is born. So
Mhm.
you love that child. But what about somebody that you've been dating? Let's take it to a different relationship. And you say that you love this person, or they say that you love them. So, you know, we always talk about, you know, you love somebody or you're in love
Mm-hmm.
with somebody. So I'm sure we've all dated. I mean, we're all
Mm-hmm.
married some multiple times, but
We all
you know,
in the
you've
past.
had you've had those situations
I'm the
where
only
you've
one with
been,
a single
you
one.
know,
Mm. Yeah.
right, commercial
Yeah.
break.
Pause.
Pause.
So what is it that happens? Because eventually, I can't honestly say that I still love individuals that I have been in
Right.
relationships with before. It's
Right.
like that something happened over a period of time where that love
Dissipates.
dissipated. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
So,
almost
so, so,
considering
so,
that as
so
unconditional
hold on a second.
Right.
So let me ask you
love.
this.
You know,
Okay, so Troy, let me put it this way. I see it like this. Sometimes I think people use the term love when they're actually talking about they love the way a person treats them, or they love the interaction or the feeling
mm,
they get from being around someone.
mhm.
And when that person is no longer around them or doing something that they choose to do, or then they lose that connection, i.e., what they consider to be love. But love, so that's what I call it, the misnaming. So that's putting a label on something that's not really. There was a time in my life I used to love the women at the strip clubs.
And
And that's
food.
because they would dance and they
And
would do their
still
thing.
do.
And I was like, man, I love that. But then I over time, like, no, I really didn't love that. I actually just liked what they was doing. But again, so that was me putting the wrong
That,
label
but
on
no,
something.
no, that's just
He
called
That,
that's just
that,
evolution, man.
yeah,
that was
We
that
we
was putting the
evolve
wrong
as we
label.
get
That was
older.
putting the
We
wrong
just turned
label
to
on
the
it.
right.
Yeah,
That was
we
throwing.
just yeah.
So what I'm saying is that if when your relationships, the past ones, when you may have felt a certain way about someone, and more about how they made you feel when you were around them or when you guys were together, you probably said, "Oh, that is love." But then you say, "Well, is that the same the label? The same label? Was that the same love?" And again, love.
No, love is love
Let me say this.
matures, man.
Was that
Yeah.
the
You've been
same
talking
love
for
yeah,
that you
30
had for
minutes.
your
yeah.
kids? No, what I'm saying is
God
hate.
damn.
There's only
Round
one
and
type of
around.
hate. No, this is what I'm saying. There's only one type of hate, right? When you say you hate someone, you don't say I hate them like I did my kids versus. So when you say love, which is the opposite of hate, there's only one type of love. You either love it or not. Now, how you express that love, you would express it differently for your kids than your wife or someone else. But it's love is one love. Hate is one hate. It ain't okay. I
No, no,
hate
no,
you, but
no.
so I love. So that's
But
why I
but you
look
hate
at.
them for a
But
reason, a
it's an
different reason.
evolution of it, man. It's an
Did,
It's
evolution of it, man.
like the
did,
way you was loving that chicken last night.
I was loving that chicken, right? I was
God
loving that
damn.
chicken. I like the chicken. That's
Yeah,
all.
right.
did you
But what I'm
hear
saying
You
the
is,
love
Like the spot,
versatility
right?
in Twin's voice from corporate to Negro?
where did that come from?
Right.
I'm sitting beside him. Y'all ain't listen to the
Uh,
difference.
Planet Mars.
mhm.
Yeah,
But I
that's
understand what you're saying.
Reginald.
I guess, but that's what I said. So your past relationships, you said you loved them, and then when
Let-
they went away,
what-
you like I ain't love them.
Since you're throwing past
Yeah, we
relationships
need to
in,
move on, Troy.
No,
since
but
They,
you
they
doing,
babbling now.
but yeah,
They
it's
babbling.
yeah, it's
it's a
One
love.
love.
Love is
love,
love.
One love.
But
One
love is
love.
love.
You're
But
lucky
love,
just to have just
one
one love.
love.
love does
That's
mature,
Houdini.
and it all
R.I.P.
depends
to
I
on
the
the
agree. I
people
agree.
dark
that's
I
skin
in
agree,
love.
Tony. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
It
It
matures.
matures.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
it depends on who's ever is expressing the love. It
Yeah,
depends
I
on
agree.
that person and depends on that person's maturity on
Mm-hmm.
how he or she loves.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
uh
he love to keep a ball head, but he don't love the bobble.
this mother
Mm. All right. Well, with that, look,
But
yeah,
like you
yeah.
said,
we
yeah.
got time for
Segue.
one more, maybe.
Because he's supposed to go back to the Caucasus Mountains.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
Some of my bitch.
All right. All right. So this one. Okay, I'm gonna need to pour another drink on this one. Who carries the seed of life? So
Uh-oh.
who carries the
Oh,
seed
the
of life?
seed of life.
All right. So twin, let's get started with you.
Troy, who carries the seed of life? I believe
Boy,
that
they ate all the
women,
seeds.
I think women carry the seed, and men, they fertilize that seed, what ultimately becomes that big
No,
child.
Help us
Men
out.
men carry the seed.
Okay.
We carry the seed, right? Um, from my perspective,
hmm
we carry the seed. We enter into the woman with the seed. Okay, and I know my way. I say
hmm
we enter into the hind parts area with the seed. That seed then becomes realized when it hit the egg and
So
everything else.
what's the egg considered then?
I don't the egg.
So the egg is not. So what
So
grows?
The seed grows,
The seed
which
grows,
is the
But the
egg.
right?
seed don't grow
no, he
without the
says the
fertilization,
sperm
right?
is growing.
No,
But if the
no.
seed is the sperm, I mean, does the sperm
Once
grow?
again, it's from my goddamn perspective. Stop shitting on my
Make it
perspective.
clear. Make it clear.
Make it
But
clear.
Right.
no. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
boy, help
because
us out.
we the ones that
I gotta
carry.
pee.
Ah,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Okay.
But
Inside
So,
joke.
inside joke.
this is what
Inside
sperm
joke.
looks like when it grows.
No, Tony, talk to me. Then.
This is
All right.
melanated
So, all right.
sperm right here.
So go ahead.
Absolutely.
Explain yourself. Explain
Absolutely.
yourself.
So from my perspective, the seed we carry the seed. We walk and what we need to do in order for that seed to be realized once again is we meet a woman. It ain't got to be love.
Mhm.
It could be just it could be just what it is,
Which it happens all.
which
A
happens
reason
all
for
the
a
time.
season.
Okay.
Right. So that seed, which is us, okay, that's us being realized once we enter into that woman.
Let me ask you this, Tony. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but let me put it in a different way. So, if you're a farmer and you got a field of acres of land, and it's fertilized land, and that land doesn't produce anything unless that farmer places a seed in the ground and then he fertilizes or activates that seed that he planted in the ground. So again, I say the woman carries this thing in her. That's called the egg. And then that egg is not activated until
The sperm.
the sperm
Or the
or the
fertilization.
fertilization takes place. And then what grows is, and again, going back to the farmer, is the seed he planted, which is already there. The woman, once it's fertilized, that egg grows to a baby. So what do you consider to be this? Again, going back to the seed, right? The seed is the woman, if you want egg that grows
Now,
after
I
it's
mean,
fertilized.
in that perspective, I see full on, but we are the carriers of the next generation.
Okay.
We meaning the male, and this is from my perspective. We all have our own perspective,
Yeah, we talking
but
shit.
from and right, and this
Mhm.
is my point of
This
view
is
when
your
I'm
shit.
talking shit.
So
So does a man
if the male is the seed, why doesn't his daughters carry his chromosome?
I don't know.
Both
I'm not a
both
fucking scientist.
both the son and the daughter carries the mother's chromosome. So that tells you there that both of them are of their mother, that they come from their mother. They're cut from their mother. They're born in their mother's blood.
Mhm.
Everything comes from the mother. There is no human being on this earth that can survive without that X chromosome, which is the mother's.
Mhm.
But the woman survives without the father's chromosome. So I think
So
she would be the seed.
and
And if, let's say, a woman's pregnant and she has identical twins, that embryo splits. You telling me the sperm split in two or the embryo split in two?
it's all starting with the what?
Sperm.
No, it
No,
starts with the egg. It starts
no.
with the egg.
They're
No, no,
50,
it-
they're 50-50.
Wait,
One
what?
cannot function without the other.
Okay, so but
But
it takes
So
the man
so
to
okay.
fertilize the egg.
But
thing
once again,
you
that's why I say it's all perspective.
you've never seen a human come from a male.
What?
All life comes
from
from
a
a
female.
woman through
Yeah.
a female.
Well, not all
Okay.
animals.
All life.
I mean, well,
Oh
not
yeah,
all
all life comes through the female. Right,
Right.
right.
I
And
don't know
but
if animals
how does that
actually
life
carries the baby.
can they
I
create
think it's the
without
praying mantis.
Men are
Praying
creators.
mantis.
Women give life. We
So-
have no say so over giving life. We only have say so in creation of creating the life.
So let me just
The woman brings
sidebar that
forth
real quick.
life.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's a good one.
What came
That,
first?
that's a good one.
What
Well,
came first, the
well,
chicken or the egg?
So the
well. The
boys.
thing is, where you come from?
What's-
Where the first human come from?
God,
I'm just
Huh?
Oh
God,
no, the black woman is the prototype for humanity.
trust.
Did you ride on
Okay.
a big bus or a little bus?
I think it
See,
was a small bus, sir. Thank you.
see,
Yes,
see.
yeah,
But
it was-
Biblically, they'll say
you
the
got the
man is the
helmet.
seed, but then biblically, all you see is a man begot a son, because they know if they put in a begot a daughter, now you got some
So
controversy
what's the
because the
definition
woman
of
is
seed then?
What's the definition
Yeah,
of
let's,
seed?
exactly.
what is the
Look it up.
definition of seed?
Well, seed is what gets planted. Seed is what
The seed is what grows.
what
Correct?
grows. Okay.
Yes,
But
the
that
egg
wasn't the
grows.
question. The
Who
the
carries the
question was
seed?
who carries the seed.
And the woman carries that seed that grows, right?
And
Because
that's
the
that's
sperm
why
doesn't grow.
that's why
No,
Right.
every
no.
fetus starts off female. All fetuses start
Okay.
off female
Yes.
because
Yes.
that's the life. That's the seed of life.
So yeah, Tony. So I don't know what
I
church you
mean,
signed up
Okay,
for,
okay,
but
okay,
and
okay,
I
Tony.
know it starts
If
off
you
with
if you take
all men.
a woman and a man, they married,
Didn't
they
the
had
code check you for
kids.
being on your phone?
What are their kids? Full blooded, right?
Yeah.
right.
So if you take that woman,
hmm
she had two kids by two different daddies.
They come
They come
half. They come
no,
half.
they still full because they come from the woman. They still full brother and sister, or full brothers, full sisters.
But when it comes
But
from the daddy,
when you got one daddy from two
Two.
different women, why are they half brothers and sisters when they came from the same daddy? Because he ain't the seed. She the seed.
There
Facts.
you go.
Mhm.
That's a good breakdown right there.
Because if he was the
don't mean the
seed,
shit, right?
if he was the seed,
Like,
we
I'm
wouldn't
not
call him
conceding,
this
damn
seed.
it.
It sounded
Right.
good.
It sounds
We
good,
wouldn't
but
call him
right.
He has this
All right,
perspective,
well,
right?
look, it does sound like we changing any
Yeah,
minds
I
here.
got my
Hey,
perspective.
Right,
give
right.
the queen, get the queens their
All right.
props.
Give it a
So
queen.
we go
Give the
Queens,
queens
queens,
their
you
props.
carry the seed. They carry the seed.
Ooh.
Uh oh.
All right. All right. So we all married here, and I think we all over 50, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
You just
got
made
over
it,
50.
right?
Yeah, he
Okay.
just got
Okay.
on.
All right. This one,
Luckily, we wasn't talking about pounds.
right. All right. So
boy.
this topic is
I
on
ain't said that.
on menopause, which and I'm gonna go ahead and
Last
start this one.
subject. This is the last subject.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
So I like
What
to
was
call
it?
it menopause. So I like to call it in my
Why?
household.
Who in the hell?
Hey, don't worry about it. I like to call it in my household menopause. Because
A bunch of men.
I know,
Well,
right,
shit.
right. But
Twin got a cycle.
it affects the men in the house though.
It expects
Yeah.
them in
I
the
mean,
house.
because your wife or the woman who is going through this, they have all these high flashes. They're having different emotional mood swings. A lot of stuff
Preach.
is happening, in their body.
Eating up
So
all
how
the
do
food.
we
Deal with
how do we deal with that? How do we help them?
Stay the
With
hell
that,
out the way.
It's called Yes Dear.
Pretty much.
And that's why they call it menopause, because we got to all pause,
When they get
take a step back, and like, okay,
And let
she
it
on a
pass.
cycle. We know what's going on.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're
But
right.
let's be real. Let's be real. We all over 50, like you said. Yeah, that menopause shit, that's some mean shit, right? And unfortunately, it's something the women go through. But guess what? They go through the cycles. Men have their own cycles
Mhm.
mentally.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
We have our own cycles mentally as well. So that's just not talked about. We ain't walking around here with pads and all this other shit. But we
Well, they don't have pads.
They don't, right.
whatever.
That-
Bro,
that-
I
that-
go away.
right.
I just remember, but I do, let's we have mental cycles as well. Sometimes you just you don't feel like
No, I
doing
get
Hey, look. Oh, I ain't mean to cut you
Men-
off.
Yes,
But
you did. Yeah, you did.
I want to
You
tie
did.
this in. I want to tie this in real quick.
Mhm.
And the reason that the woman is having menopause is because she is discarding that bad seed. That seed is no longer any good, is no longer of use. It has run its course. So now
Mhm.
that seed she's getting rid of it out of her body for menopause. See how I tie that in with the
See
seed?
how you
Yeah,
tied that
You
in?
see
but
what I'm
that's
saying?
No, it ain't work.
some seeds, some
My
seeds
shoe
will
is still
take a long
untied.
time.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like some women can dispose of that seed like in a month,
What?
yeah,
and
Wait
then
a
others
minute.
just
Wait a
take it
minute.
like
It's a time
years.
frame.
What
yeah,
fucking seed?
So hold on, Tony.
Every
Tony,
month that they're
yeah,
disposing of.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
this, Tony.
Because they ovulate
You said
once a
something.
month.
You
The
said
seed.
women go through menopause, right? And on the flip side, men we go through. I guess they call it a midlife crisis. But I think women, yes, they express some things. They get cold flash. They eat food. They
Heat,
go through
heat
all
flash.
this.
Yeah, hot
Those
flashes.
all these
Hot
things,
flashes.
Hot flashes
and
for real.
and men, I guess, who
Well, they want a cold
are
flash.
expected
Right.
or have to endure what they're going through without, just to get along. I think women sometimes get real selfish, not being more, I guess, managing their conditions like men would. And I think that's the piece for me when it goes to menopause. Again, women go through it, but come on, really? You can manage it better and not have
Well,
the whole household
why
in an
don't you try
uproar
Okay,
having
you're
a
right,
cycle and
because
then say that?
because you're going through.
Yeah, you
I mean,
walk. Yeah, you walk in the house
right.
Yeah.
in the wintertime and the damn AC on.
No, I mean men go through stuff. Up in age, your prostate starts to act up. You're using the restroom every 2 minutes. Other things that happen to men.
Nigga, you got a UTI.
What I'm saying is that men go through things and they
Ouch.
manage it, and it doesn't cause the whole household to be in an uproar.
Man.
And women sometimes can do the same. Just not impacting everybody because you're going through whatever the hell you're going through.
I think mine went through a hot flash. And then, when y'all have been over the house, y'all looking at me like, why is
So
the
so
house
cold.
Here
so
he go
cold?
making it personal again.
I'm not, but I think when she went through hers, it was more of a hot flash because the house stayed cold. And
Well,
it stayed cold
Well,
even in the winter months
I hope
just
sometimes.
thought
she
But
you
ain't
just
watch
ain't want
this
to turn the heat
program
on.
because you're gonna go through it
I
again
just thought you
talking
had
about
some
her
time.
Like
You was
cycle.
just
telling you.
being cheap.
no, he worked, but she just likes her fan and she likes it cold. I just bundle up. I
But
don't
see, that's
argue with it
that's
no
that's
more.
just it. You recognize it, and then you do what you need to do to manage
You
it.
adapt.
And you know
You
what
adapt.
you know what that's
adapt.
called?
He's
Yeah,
That's called
adapting.
love.
that's called unconditional
That's
love.
called love.
Okay,
There you
whatever,
go.
Right.
whatever.
There you go.
All right. All
We
right.
tying all this shit back in.
That's
There
it.
There
we
you
go.
go.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
called unconditional love for the seed
Okay.
carrier. How about that? Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't know how we
Okay.
tie the barber etiquette back into this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we can't.
no,
Well, you
no.
just need permission.
Oh, you need permission,
Yeah,
right?
just need
And
Right.
permission.
allow her to just walk
Yeah,
all over.
Right.
You.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's get this last one in,
All
Troy.
right. Let's see.
We got time for that.
Yeah, we got this last one.
All right. We'll make
Here
it
we
quick.
go.
Okay. So this one is about societal norms. All right. So,
Oh,
Tony,
Societal
let's get started.
Societal norms.
norms.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can actually
Well, did he delegate you first?
yeah, that's what he said. Reginald don't read, write, or listen.
that's a
Ah,
product of a short bus.
Yes.
Go ahead, Tony.
Look.
You gotta learn how to speak Reginald.
Going first. Boy. Once again,
there
the
you go.
views expressed on this
He
show
comment on
is
him.
his opinion,
And
not
his
mine.
only.
So look,
I grew up with
societal.
him.
So here go societal norms. Right now, this 2025. You know what drives me crazy is seeing these young people getting up every day, not having breakfast.
Mm,
Huh.
They're having a joint.
Mm. That's breakfast. That's their breakfast.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I experienced that.
Hey,
It's-
what's a joint? Explain that to everyone under the age of
yeah,
25.
no.
What's a
Oh,
joint?
you know what? And then it's not even joint anymore. It's called a blunt.
There we go.
Yeah, let me get the right.
2000s.
Yeah, let me get the right
get the
phrase.
terminology.
But there are so many terminologies since
Our
the
age.
80s.
So
But
many different
but I
types
will
of
say that I think that is especially now that it's legalized in some states. I think that takes away from creativity from our young folks.
Mhm.
I think that it helps them probably in their head be someone or something else, and it calms them down, as most of them would say. but I don't know if they know how to act without it. It's really like breakfast.
Mm.
And I say that I called my son it was about last week, and it was like 8 o'clock in the morning because he had called me around 7 because he drives a tow truck. And so when I got up and I called him, it was around 8. I said, "Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?" "What's up, pops?"
Mm.
"Oh, you caught me when I was getting my head right."
Mm.
And it's not funny anymore. But societal norms, that's part of
That's
it.
right.
And then everybody, nobody wants to fight any fucking more.
Well, I just want to ask this.
Oh, they just want to straight up go
Nobody.
straight
Can I
to
chime in?
kill
Yeah.
you.
Can I
He
chime
wasn't, he
in
wasn't
on
operating the vehicle
societal
while he was getting
norms?
his head right, was he?
Might have
He's a
been.
truck. He drives
Okay,
the
I
damn
just
tow
want
Might
to
have
truck.
point
been.
that out.
I'm
Please.
tired of these young people, and I hate to just put it on the young ladies. But why do I have to hear your conversation in a public space? We could say the Metro, we could say Walmart, we could say Safeway. Why do I need to hear your conversation? What
Oh my
happened
God,
to
that's crazy.
you just putting the phone to your damn ear and having a conversation as opposed to me hearing you and the 5 people you got on conference?
Because there's no respect. There's
None.
no respect.
Absolutely none.
And
You
their
talking about something that
conversations,
burns me up.
their conversations,
Okay.
I've literally heard their conversations
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Girl, yeah, I give him head.
Like it's
I
no.
ain't give him none
Yeah,
though, but I give
stuff
him
that
head."
is said in public
Oh my,
now,
and
and I was gonna say that too, Tony. I mean, I'm sorry, but the lack
it's
of
crazy.
respect
Lack
is
of
crazy
respect.
now, and
It's
it's like lack of
terrible.
respect for not just your elders, but just every young people, general
Respect for
people in general.
yourself.
It's like respect for yourself. It's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with our young people today that they just don't seem to value basic
Life.
Well,
courtesies
let me
in
ask
life
you,
Life.
Troy.
anymore.
So you said respect and courtesy. Where do you think they're getting it from, or not getting it from?
Young mothers.
Oh, so
No,
blame
no,
Babies
it.
you know
having
what?
So,
babies.
so we blaming the
We might
mother?
have
No,
look, we don't
young
have a
young
lot of time.
parents.
We
Young
might have to
parents.
make this a part 2, but I
Yeah.
think a lot of it deals with the media too. I think a
Okay.
lot of it deals
Yeah.
with the music that's been put out here,
Yep.
movies that are on. So, everything that happens that they see, video games, like desensitizing
Yep.
Yeah.
to violence.
And it's
It's
targeted.
like
It's
they've been
all
Tony just said
targeted.
something about, we don't fight anymore. I mean, when I was a kid, you get in trouble with somebody or you
Mhm.
having a disagreement, you all fight it out. And then
Friends
right
the
after
next
Dap
day.
it up.
y'all
Dap
friends
it
the
up.
next
See
day.
that?
Dap it
See
up.
that?
Friends
But
the next
now it's
day.
like I want to fucking kill you,
Yeah.
because you stepped on my
Retaliation
shoe.
is terrible.
It's
And
ridiculous.
then it's a whole you kill my friend and I gotta kill
So,
you.
Yeah.
Man,
so, Uncle, that's catching a fade. I'm just putting in these things. People ain't catching fades no more. I get it. I'm just saying, like, for me, societal norms, and I agree with every last thing with regards to lack of self-respect. And for me, I'm one of these people who I think the bonnets and the damn Uggs.
No.
Those two things there, those damn shoes.
Mm.
They do make shoes that don't just have a little thing that hang on the back. Like you said, where we can do that. We can do better. So those things for me is like the self-respect, the lack of
What
self-respect,
about the pants too?
and
Hang on.
and,
Yeah.
and, and
oh
those
man.
damn
God, I can't stand
And
shoes.
guess
The
what?
pants
And they
hanging off the
still
butt.
You can
doing it.
tell them what it means,
Oh yeah,
and they
because right,
still
right, and
do
they will
it.
still do it.
There you
Yep,
go.
they will still
They
do it.
still do it. And now everybody want to be a YN, and that's cool. And they got the switch, and they got the
What's a YN?
young
Young
Negro.
Oh, okay, all right.
See how all this is
Oh,
targeted, right?
Yeah.
See how all of this is targeted.
Yeah.
But these YNs now, they got reputations media driven, and now
People
all
of
of them
his
think
complexion.
Got you.
all of them think that they have to be gangsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
I tell people all the time, real gangsters die.
Yeah.
All the time.
Real
mm.
gangsters die.
It's,
But
it's,
but you know, they I don't care. I ain't gonna make it past 25 anyway. Okay.
why
All right.
think like that when
But
you can
that's how they
change?
think.
Yeah, I know, but you have the power to change if you choose to change. It's a lot of resources out here if you want to change, but if this guy pulling you right and somebody trying to pull you left, you have a choice what direction you want to go.
You do though, but
And I know peer pressure plays a big role in all these young ones.
Media driven,
no,
man.
it's not. I mean,
Media-driven.
I think we don't want to recognize as five black
King
men.
Von.
I
and
think we
all
don't
that
want to
stuff.
recognize that big old elephant in the room, which is
You?
men.
Oh,
The
oh.
lack of families, the lack of men in the household. That's why all this stuff happens. Really, just think about it.
Yep.
Without
I agree.
black men in the household, all of this thing, the lack of
Yeah.
respect, not just basic fighting.
But what about the
Just saying,
what about the
I
guys
think
that
it's more than
are
that.
with the men in the household, with both parents in the
Right,
household?
right. It's more than that.
Well, I
It,
mean, the
it's so
percentage
the
is
That's
lower.
media.
I mean,
Right.
the
It's the
percentage
media.
is
that's a big
lower.
part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No
it's a big
male.
part of it. So
And like what Troy was saying, the news,
The media. I
the
think it's media driven.
movies. Yeah, the
Yeah,
media is
yeah.
going,
the
they
media, yeah,
it's,
but
yeah,
I think we all agree. I mean, growing up,
the
if you had
propaganda.
if you had a father in your household, that was a stabilizing force against the media. When you were
Right.
talking about the
And that's the key, a
peer
father.
pressure
See, you
and all
got a
that.
lot of men in the house ain't fathers.
Right.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
just there.
that's
They just
You got it.
they
Paying
what
mortgage.
they
Between
fathers,
fathers
they
and
not
daddies.
daddies. They
right,
fathered the child, but they ain't being a daddy.
Right.
exactly. But I think that's
And same with
Isn't that
some
vice
others.
so.
versa?
Perhaps
Nah,
Right, right.
and I'm
That's
just throwing
nah,
it out there. You think
you father a child.
maybe the lack of
That's create.
fathers or
Yeah, you
daddies in
gotta
the
be a
You don't
household
daddy.
daddy a child
has
to be a father.
perpetuated these
You have
new
to,
social
you
norms.
got to father
Well,
it
Daddy
first.
this
You see what
child.
I'm saying? Lack of
You
fathers.
got to father
Hey, Tony, you got
fathering
32
it
kids.
is making it.
I mean, but I
Then
mean, you
you got to
got
be a
32
daddy.
kids, but you're a daddy
Take
to
care
them.
of.
So, but your kids don't go down those social norms. Because I think you're a daddy.
no,
Troy.
they do. Well, I mean, you can't.
Society got it
Yeah, they
where you
do.
can't whoop your child's ass no more.
True.
Yeah, I
Society
mean,
got it where
it's
children got
because
laws
because
now.
you was beating them. I mean, that's abuse.
No,
You
no.
you
Didn't we get abused?
and look how you
Exactly.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, you can
A whole lot
divorce
of
your
times
parents
these
now.
people that got
Where have
caught.
you ever heard some shit like that? A
we
child
know better,
divorced
we
their
do
parents.
And guess what? The
Right.
same person that made that rule don't have fucking kids.
Don't have none.
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
No, no
Yeah.
bullshit.
That's
No,
true.
we've seen
That's
it.
true.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
can't beat them. I mean, people were going overboard.
We got beat. Whatever they can get their
They
hands
what
on.
these
Extension
children
cord,
today ain't getting
switch.
what we got.
No.
Oh, but I mean, they don't need to get what we got. Do
They
they?
do.
do,
They
they do.
do. That's the
Probably
problem.
banging
That's
their
the
ass
problem.
That's the
You
problem.
That's the
think so?
problem.
All right.
Just
All
think about
right.
it.
Well,
Okay,
look,
think
You're
about
gonna
it.
be in
let's.
trouble.
So
We about to wrap this up.
we're gonna
Though.
wrap
We
it
don't
up.
got a whole lot of time.
Kids don't have to
Final
get
thoughts.
beaten or abused to learn some discipline.
But if you don't start early, if you
How
start
you
late,
discipline?
you're late.
Because the discipline they using
That's
now
true.
ain't working.
I'm gonna take your phone. I'm gonna take your iPad.
Mhm.
It's
But
not working.
but you had a mother that did that, and then the two daughters chased her down the street and tried to stab her just to turn the Wi-Fi back on.
So again, I hate to compare races, but do you actually think that other nationalities experience the same thing without the abuse of the beatings? And if you say, well, no, they don't beat, and again, I don't know.
And look how
You
the
gotta
other
understand
races
that thing.
talk to their parents,
yeah.
and you done been over the house. You can talk to your
But
parent like that.
we're talking about the end product,
Get
meaning
out.
like
Get out my
societal,
room, bitch.
societal norms.
This is my private space.
Yeah,
In my house.
Okay, Johnny, just be
What?
careful making that bomb.
yeah.
What the hell?
Mm,
Come on,
mm,
man.
mm.
Oh
You
yeah.
gonna wrap this up,
You,
Troy?
yeah, you use
Yeah.
your mama credit card to go buy a gun. And like she ain't check her
Yeah.
credit card statement to see that you ain't buy a gun.
Mm.
Come on, man,
Anyway.
stop playing.
Tony,
Well,
what-
we're gonna go ahead and close this out. I think this
Tony.
enough. We might have to have a part 2 on it.
So,
But go ahead.
all right. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for joining in. I want to thank you for all your comments. I want to thank you for just sharing with us. And in the future, please post and anything you want us to talk about, just post it. We'll see it. We'll talk about it. We'll engage with you guys. But I want to first thank each and every one of you guys for just being here with us today. Before we leave, we each going to have a final thought and then we'll sign off. All right, we're going to start with Twin.
Hey, final thought for today is I just want to say free DC. Give voting rights to those millions of DC residents out there who lack representation in the House and Senate. Free DC.
Okay. Troy.
I wasn't expecting to give no final points. Like a deer stuck in the mofo headlights. But look, I just appreciate the experience. I appreciate these guys. And I love to, share my feelings about different topics and have this platform to be able to do it. So I definitely appreciate that opportunity. I appreciate you guys. And I hope that this continues to be a great thing.
All right. Let's go with Reggie.
I wasn't really ready, but my final thought is
Motherfucker, you was third.
yeah, whatever. Anyway, but my final thought is love everyone, be considerate, be kind. Let's do better.
All right. Jimmy.
My final thought is thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Tune in next week because I ain't gonna let Twin get away with all this shit next week.
They love each other, first of all. My final thought, guys, is this. I thank each and every one of you guys. And I really want to thank these four gentlemen here. These guys are my freaking brothers. We argue, we fuss, but there's much love. It's not unconditional,
Thank you.
but there's much love here. And I would not want to be doing this with anyone else. So
Facts.
until next week, this is Five Guys,
Talking shit.
and we are signing out.
Peace.
Peace.